Hi everyone, today we are going to do some house clearing. When you move to a new house, there's energies of people that lived in the house before, and we're going to show you how to clear the house. With us is Erica Sofrina. She is an author and she is a feng shui teacher, and she's with us on the team at the Kovacs team for Realestate, and she's going to show us today how to do a space clearing of a house.
Thank you, Karen. Now, I met Karen many years ago when she took my Western Feng Shui training program, and she was my star student, and I needed to sell a house. And so after she completed the training, I called her up and I said, I need your help. And so she sold my house. She was fabulous. I had her sell my brother-in-law's house and my mother's house. And so I've known her for many years, and I just joined her team a few months ago. And my expertise in the past has been to do not only Western Feng Shui training, but to teach people how to do space clearings and house blessings, and just really teach them about how homes hold energy. And one of the things I did for my clients for many years was to do a space clearing, where when they moved into a new place, we would clear out the old energies, and then we would do a house blessing where we brought their energies back into the space. So that's one of the things that we're going to offer our clients if they would like to have one. So we'll come and do a space clearing and a house blessing for them. So I'm going to show you sort of the basics. We're going to do sort of a simple space clearing, because anytime you move into a new place, apartment, no matter what it is, or I've even done them for boats, anywhere where you're going to spend time, then you want to clear out the old energies. And energies are something that we may not see, but they're so real. You know, you've gone into a room and you said, boy, you could cut the energy with a knife. If a couple's been arguing in there, you feel the energy. You just don't see it. And so the prior occupants lived in a house for a long period of time, and energy collects, especially in furniture and you know, sort of soft fabrics, curtains, and just really the entire place. And so what you want to do is clear out the old energies, whether they were good or bad. They're not really labeled good or bad, they're just someone else's energy. And you want to bring in your own wonderful energy. And so we're going to do sort of a mini version of how you can do a space clearing. I'm going to show you some space clearing tools that we could use. This is my wonderful Balinese bell. You don't need to get something that expensive and beautiful, but it's a very powerful tool for space clearing. Karen's going to show you another. You can get these Tibetan bells, you know, where you do that. And that's a wonderful way to do it.
You would ask, why sound? Because sound has its own vibration as well, and when sound takes a space, it takes the space that is in here, right? Is that why we're doing the sound?
Yeah, well, it breaks it up. It's just like breaking it up. I've done a space clearing just clapping in a hospital room when a friend of mine's husband was coming into this room, and we walked in the room and it was so icky. You know how hospital rooms are. And I said, okay, we just opened the windows, and I said, I just want you to follow me around the room. And we just went around doing this very strongly. And there's three of us. And by the end of it, one of the women thought we were completely mad. But by the end of it, it was so transformed. It's just breaking it up and moving it out. It's really what you're doing. So here's another way to do it. You can even do, this is more for the house blessing, but these are aromatherapy. You want to go back in and you can spray aromatherapy into the space. Here's a very clangy Tibetan bell. So, you know, if you don't have anything, here's some very sweet little bells that are also Balinese bells.
Are we trying to use the yin and yang when we do this?
No, this would be after you do the more, you know, heavy duty space clearing. Then you go around and you sort of soften the energy with these bells. Now, you don't have to have anything. You could have a pan and a spoon, you know, and go around and beat the pan, whatever it is, to really just clear out the space. Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to always start at the front door, which we're going to do, but you want to first go through the whole house and you open every single drawer and you open every single cabinet. We're not going to do that right now. We don't have the time. But Karen's going to do it once I leave and do the whole thing. You want to open every window, every garage door. Now, your neighbors may think you're crazy, but that's okay. So first you set the stage. Now, for a quick space clearing, you could even use sage. That's a Native American way to do a space clearing. And I'm just allergic to sage, so I tend to use this wonderful incense. It's called Nag Champa. And what I do is I will light an incense in every single room of the house, or every sort of main area. And you want to put an incense for a larger space clearing. Incense in every room. You put a bowl of water in every room, just like a cereal bowl, and you can float some flowers on that. And then you want the water absorbs negative energies or just denser energies, and so that's why we do water. But for a lighter space clearing, which is what we're going to do now, we're just going to use the bell. And so I will go around the house with a bell, and my client will pick whatever they want. You can do a drum if you want to. And we're going to start at the front door. And first we come here, and we want to sort of do a blessing. And so we're essentially going to bring in whatever energies, whatever deities, whatever, you could call it the universe. But whatever it is that has meaning to you. And we're going to ask whatever, you substitute the name or the word to protect us from the old energies that we're shaking up. And we don't want them to move into any human beings. We just want them to move out the windows. And so we just bring down light and love energy, and we do a grounding, very important to get ourselves in our bodies, because it can be a very out-of-body experience. Grounding means you're just sort of bringing that beautiful energy, the celestial energy, down in through your feet and down into the earth. And so you're going to start at the front door, and you're going to go around clockwise from right to left. So here, and you're going to go through the entire house, all in one swell swoop, or bell swoop, as they say. So this normally would be open because we want to have all the windows and doors open. And then what I do is that I will start, and I'll have my client start, the assistant start after me, and whoever owns the house, you want them to do it. And then you just go around, and you just do this, and you're just sort of moving the energies out the windows. That's an open window, so we're just sort of intentionally sending it out. So these will all be open. This window will be open. You're just moving that energy out. And you're just moving it out. And you're going to continue around completely throughout the entire house. This is a big house, so it'll take a while. And again, we open every single cupboard, everything. And then when we finish, these are more. These are tuning forks, so they make a nice sound as well. So these are just examples of things that you can use. Now when we finish, we go back to the front door. Like we've done the whole house, okay? And then you bring the client that you're working with, and then you just hear the silence, and you just sort of bring that again. You thank the energies, the wonderful angels or whoever you felt were protecting you and being with you. You ground yourself again, because it can be a very out-of-body experience when you're moving that much energy. And then you go back, and then we do the house blessing. So after we've cleared all the energies out, then we'll go back and we'll take the client, and in every single space, like let's say we're going to go into the kitchen, okay? So, and then we'll have them write an affirmation. Before I come, I usually have them write an affirmation of what it is they want to happen in this space. So this is a kitchen, so it might be something you always start with gratitude, to thank you, universe, or whoever you thank, for the wonderful time that we have in our kitchen. It's always in present tense, as if it's true now, okay? for the nutrition, for the health? What are some of the things you might say, Karen?
Absolutely, for the health, for the nutrition, for the gathering, for the holidays, for the traditions.
So this is a place where, you know, we have wonderful conversations, where we connect with family and friends. Yeah. And so then they'll walk into the next space, and let's say it's a bedroom or a master bedroom, and you might say, thank you for the wonderful relationship I have with my significant other, and that this is a loving space where, you know, we come together to connect. And so you will go to each space and just intend what it is you want for your life into that space. And so that's the house blessing part of it. And so when we're through, we will again end at the front door and do a grounding. And oftentimes I will bring in, you know, whatever wonderful energies, you know, it might be the archangels or whatever it is, into the space. Just sort of, I invite them to come with me when I do a house blessing and a space clearing. So that's a sort of a quick version of how to do your own space clearing. What we also give our clients is we give them a copy of my book called Small Changes, Dynamic Results, Feng Shui for the Western World. I've got an ebook, I send them as well. And in it is a chapter about space clearing, how you do a major space clearing. Because there are times when you're moving into a place, this house has already been remodeled. That does a lot of the space clearing for you. But if it hasn't, and there's a lot of the old energies and you sort of feel a heaviness in a space, then you want to do a major space clearing. And that's where you bring the incense, you also bring a candle, you also bring the water into every space, and you do a much more thorough clearing. So that's a quick and easy way to do your own space clearing. Thank you so much.